Good morning, everybody. Mike Vaki, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, daily chart. And, we saw last week, it was a 4-day week. It was a day in which on Tuesday we went down, touched the daily, or the weekly pivot rather. It was rejected off of that weekly pivot, and we basically climbed higher since. There was a little opportunity to make some lower highs. The secondary band ride ended, but we close out Friday in the face of a government shutdown, and we go print another new all-time high up at 28.15, and we tag our proprietary Crazy Town level for the third time in 4 sessions, which has not happened for a while. The market on my metrics remains overbought. Not ludicrous, but overbought. Overbought markets tend to stay overbought. We opened last night. There's clear support at 28.06. You've got a new weekly pivot here. This is hourly chart. You got clear support at 28.06 right around the daily pivot. You've got weekly pivot at 27.99. You can see the Bollinger Bands tightening up. On Friday, we got support at 92.93. It began in the overnight. They made a higher low pre-market at 27.96. Followed that up with another higher low at 27.99.5, and then they just could never convert that round number 2800, which is what the bears really needed to do if they were going to go ahead and attempt some downside. So the 2807, 2808 potential resistance lower high went away, and we end up squeezing them into the close and doing another all-time high. So tight bands this morning. They're tight for a move. There is the potential to trend again today. I'm more in the camp of we put in a solid green day or a solid red day. I'm not sure if we're going to get a full-on trend day. The impact of the government shutdown, at least on the tape, so far is pretty minimal, right? And anybody that was really leaning in, thinking, okay, the government is shut down, now they got to take it down. There were obviously some people that were leaning in trying to do that Friday afternoon. They squeezed them up to the highs. So if you shorted the close, you're in decent shape. The issue becomes, are we going to put in a lower high, or are we going to put in a higher high this morning? If we put in a lower high, then I think we get a weekly pivot test down at 27.99. The results of that remain to be seen. The bears don't tend to perform well when they get to weekly pivot. The good news is you're starting off the week where that pivot point, that weekly pivot point, is only anywhere from it's basically 12 handles from where we closed, versus last week where it was a solid 22 handles from where we closed. They took it up to another all-time high, with a high at the moment then was 28.08 half. Then they took it down 38 handles to hit that weekly pivot. And by the time they got down here, the bears were clearly out of gas, and the rest is history. You take it down from here, the bears should have enough energy left to try to convert it. So like I said, if we get a lower high off the open, I would expect a weekly pivot test. If we go straight up to a higher high and you start to convert anywhere from 28.10 to 28.12, 28.13 to support, then we may, we'll just do our usual bleed higher. I'm not bearish today, but I'm very skeptical of a big run up today simply because of the news implications as the day goes on. That that's not going to keep me from being long if it's working, but it's going to have I'm going to have one eye on the exit door all day. I will not be comfortably long today like I have been so many times. Because you have to understand the dynamic of what's going on out there. There's going to be some headlines. There's going to be some this and that. Now, maybe it doesn't want to move the tape. Maybe it does. But that's for the tape to decide, not us. So let price dictate what the market wants to do today. All right, everybody have a good one. Tomorrow, after the close, 4:15, we are doing a free webinar on the following: pivots, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and some of the key levels that we use in the room every day, like volume weighted average price. A lot of the stuff that we use, our bread and butter that we use to find opportunities to trade every day. So it'll be me, Tony, Jack. So come check it out. That should be a really good webinar on a lot of really good value with regard to how we trade some of these key levels in the market, how we use them as support or resistance, how we use them as risk markers, how we dance entries around them. You know, there's a lot of really good stuff that we're going to jam into an hour. So the sign up is on the YouTube info. It'll be up periodically on Twitter all day. So sign up, check it out. I look forward to seeing everybody there. Trade them well. Talk to you soon. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade 'em well.